Best Gaming Laptops 2019. The best gaming laptops 2019 are nearly as high-powered as the best gaming desktops, as surprising as that might sound to some people, and they will more than satisfy your gaming needs. 1. Alienware Area -51 meters. CPU, Intel Core i7-9700i 99900K, Graphics, Nvidia GeForce RTX 2060-2080, RAM, 16GB to 64GB, Screen, 17.3 FHD, 1920 by 1080, 60Hz anti-glare IPS 144Hz IPS Nvidia G-Sync, Storage, 1TB SSHD 2TB RAID 0 SSDs plus 1TB SSHD. If you fell head over heels upon seeing the Alienware Area 51M's quirky and stunning white chassis, you're not alone. And, if you happen to shell out that couple of $1,000s based on looks alone, you'll be happy to know that it wasn't all for naught, as this gaming laptop, or rather, the best among best gaming laptops of 2019 packs a hefty punch, gaming-wise. This is so far the most powerful gaming laptop on the market currently, and you won't be able to help but be impressed. Its comfy keyboard and VR readiness are just cherries on top. 2. Asus ROG Zephyrus SGX 701 CPU, Intel Core i7, Graphics, Nvidia GeForce RTX 2060 GeForce GTX 2080 Max-Q, 8GB GDDR6 VRAM, RAM, 8GB to 24GB, Screen, 17.3-inch FHD, 1920 by 1080, 144Hz panel with G-Sync. These days, the best gaming laptop manufacturers are scrambling to design the thinnest gaming laptop that also showcase raw power. At the moment, the one that might be leading the charge might just be the Asus ROG Zephyrus GX 701. At just 0.7 inches thick, this beast of a laptop boasts an Intel Coffee Lake Core i7 chip, Nvidia GeForce RTX 2080 Max-Q graphics and 16GB of RAM. That means you can play any PC game under the sun on Ultra, and also take it with you wherever you go, ideal for travelers with a penchant for gaming. Plus, it's packed with RGB lighting that'll dazzle just about anyone. 3. MSI GS65 Stealth. CPU, Intel Core i7, Graphics, Nvidia GeForce GTX 1060 Nvidia GeForce GTX 1070 8GB GDDR5X VRAM, Max-Q, RAM, 16GB to 32GB, Screen, 15.6-inch FHD, 1920 by 1080, anti-glare, wide view 144Hz panel, storage, 256GB SSD, Super RAID 4 1TB SSD. Play some of the best PC games on the move and very discreetly with the MSI GS65 Stealth, which might just be the gaming laptop of your dreams. Coming in at just 0.69 inches thick and featuring impressive hardware like Intel Coffee Lake processors and Nvidia GeForce GTX 10 series, refreshed with RTX 20 series graphics at CES, the MSI GS65 Stealth packs a punch in its very thin package. There's nothing you won't be able to throw at this thing that'll slow it down. And, thanks to the smart aesthetic, you'll be able to lug this beefy rig everywhere you go, making it among the best gaming laptops to hit the streets. 4. Razer Blade. CPU, Intel Core i7-8750H, Intel Core i7-9750H, Graphics, Nvidia GeForce GTX 1060, 6GB GDDR6 VRAM, Nvidia GeForce RTX 2080 Max-Q, 8GB GDDR6 VRAM, RAM, 16GB, Screen, 15.6-inch FHD, 1920 by 1080, 144Hz, OLED 4K, 3840 by 2160, touch 60Hz, storage, 256GB to 512GB SSD. For a few years now, the Razer Blade has constantly been named as among the best gaming laptops on the market. And for good reason, as it packs some powerful components and boasts a beautiful display in its elegant chassis. That's true for the 2019 model as well, which now rocks up to an Nvidia GeForce RTX 2080. That is, frankly, a ton of power for a laptop with this thin. If that's not enough graphics power for you, you can use the Razer Core for future expansion. Make no mistake, it is pricey, but it might be worth it if style and power are equally important to you. 5. Lenovo Legion Y740. CPU, Intel Core i7-8750H, graphics, Nvidia GeForce RTX 2060, 6GB GDDR6 VRAM, RTX 2070, Max Q 8GB, RAM, 16GB to 32GB, screen, 15.6-inch FHD, 1920 by 1080, Nvidia G-Sync 144Hz, storage, 256GB SSD, 256GB SSD plus 1TB HDD. The Lenovo Legion Y740 packs a lot of muscle inside its stylish yet accessible chassis, combining a very high refresh rate, Nvidia Turing graphics and a powerful processor with a gloriously effective thermal cooling, a cable management system and a number of applications for customizations. It's as close to a complete package as you can get, wrapped in a stunning chassis that you'd be proud to show off to friends and strangers. It still has the remnants of that gaming aesthetic, but it's made elegant so that you could be gaming in public without anyone knowing. Despite its shortcomings, unfortunate keyboard and webcam placement, as well as its subpar battery life, it's still one of the best gaming laptops to date. 6. MSI GT75 Titan. CPU, up to 8th generation Intel Core i9, graphics, Nvidia GeForce GTX 2070, 8GB GDDR6, Nvidia GeForce GTX 2080 with 8GB GDDR6, RAM, up to 32GB, screen, 17.3-inch FHD, 1920 by 1080, UHD, 3840 by 2160, storage, 1TB, 1TB HDD. Some gaming laptops just don't pull any punches, enabling you to run any game you can imagine on Ultra without breaking a sweat, and the MSI GT75 Titan is a terrific example. It's a behemoth of desktop replacement, packed with 6-core Intel Coffee Lake processors, plenty of RAM and powerful Nvidia Pascal graphics. Aptly named, this is indeed a Titan, and is neither portable nor cafe-friendly. However, if raw power is what you're after, this is the best gaming laptop for you, as long as you're prepared to shell out the money. 7. Asus ROG Strix GL502. CPU, Intel Core i5 i7, graphics, Nvidia GeForce GTX 1060-1070, RAM, up to 16GB DDR4, screen, 15.6-inch Full HD 1920 by 1080 IPS, storage, 128GB to 256GB SSD, 1TB HDD. It may not have the most original or inventive design, trading in the usual black and red aesthetic for one that makes it feel like Halloween all year round. No complaints here, but some might not find it particularly appealing. Yet, Asus ROG Strix GL502 is still one of the best laptops when it comes to gaming in 1080p. In fact, we are able to crank the settings all the way up in Overwatch without ever dipping below 60 FPS. It doesn't offer the longest battery life, but just have your charger on hand at all times. Plus, the screen, power and onboard sound system more than make up for it. 8. Acer Predator Helios 500. CPU, Intel Core i7 i9 or AMD Ryzen 7 2700, graphics, AMD Vega 10 Nvidia GeForce GTX 1070, 8GB GDDR5X VRAM, RAM, 16GB, screen, 17.3-inch FHD, 1920 by 1080, anti-glare, 144Hz panel, storage, 256GB to 1TB M.2 SSD. If you're looking for a gaming powerhouse, but you don't have the cash to shell out for one of those svelte gaming laptops, the Acer Predator Helios 500 is the obvious choice. It's packed with up to an Intel Core i9 processor and full-fat Nvidia GeForce GTX 1070 graphics, and therefore will be able to handle any game you throw at it. It's not the most portable device in the world, and the speakers and trackpad are mediocre, but when it comes to gaming, you've still got an ace here.